Brigden of Jess B, Creative Cardiology, and welcome to Celebration 2021. So today begins the release of Stampin' Up's new January to June mini catalog and the January and February celebration. So I can now show you the insides of the catalogs. Now officially those have been released. I have sent catalogs to my purchasing customers. I have sent the PDFs out in my newsletter. I went out early this morning to all of you who subscribe to my newsletter list. And overall, it's a really exciting day because there's so many things going on with this fabulous new catalog, earning free products with every $50 purchase here in the US. We have a couple of other news items. Our mini cut and emboss machine, this thing is super cute, is now available for purchase. I know many of you have been waiting a long time for this, but check it out. It fits in the palm of my hand and the sides flip down just like the full-size version. So perfect for your desktop, perfect for travel, perfect for little projects, all kinds of cool things. So that is available now. We also have a bit of a change. We had some, hey Carolyn, hey Luann, how are you? Happy Tuesday to you guys. We have some new information too. We had a supplier issue with our Whisper White products. Unfortunately, the company that supplied our Whisper White went out of business due to COVID issues. Hey Kathy, how are you? So Stampin' Up has found a new supplier and our Whisper White products are now called Basic White. And they do have some new item numbers. So these are all available in the US here in the online store. Hey Rachel, hello, hello. So yeah, so mini celebration, mini catalog, mini machine, Basic White products. Yes, so, and then goodies for shopping. Like I said, you can earn, hey Nicole, hello, hey David. Earn free celebration products with your qualifying, in the US, it's $50 or more. Lets you choose items from the celebration brochure. So that's the shopping special. The hosting special is if, during January and February, if you host a $300 party, now you don't technically have to host. If you're planning a decent order, you can be your own host. Hey Diane, hello, hello. Hi Karen, how are you? Oh, Karen says she's stocked up on Whisper White. Yes, I was pretty good, but I actually got down to like my last 5 Whisper White envelopes. I sent out a ton of cards in December. So I am thrilled to be able to order Whisper White envelopes again and not have any delay in between there. Yeah, so the hosting promotion in the US with a $300 party or order, then you can get the Punch Party host set free. This is a celebration gift for hosts. So if you are interested, if you're not necessarily placing one $300 order in one whack, but if you think you might place $300 in combined orders between January and February, let me know because I can create a host code for you that will enable us to connect those orders so that you can qualify to get your free stamp set. So shop, host, join special. So Stampin' Up starter kit is always $99 US. You choose $125 of whatever you like. You get free shipping on that starter kit. And now during celebration, the join special is you'll actually get 5 free packages of 6x6 designer series paper. So this comes in the neutrals, the regals. You get your, this one's the brights. You get the brights, you get your subtles, and you get the 2020 to 2022 in colors. So that's the Bumblebee, the Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, Magenta Madness, and Misty Moonlight. How'd you like that? I did them in alphabetical order. Yes, so that is the join special. If you join during celebration, Stampin' Up will gift you these 5 packages of 6x6 designer series paper. So considering that they're about $11.50 a piece, so that's It's about $60 worth of free product just for joining. Karen says she wishes she could qualify. Well, that's actually one of the benefits of being a demonstrator is that during the month of December, so a month before this promotion started, demonstrators had the opportunity to purchase these packages of paper, and we even had the opportunity to purchase the host set. So there are benefits to being able to order early and get your hands on product that is demo exclusive. So take advantage of those sales when they happen. Hey Doris, hello to you. Oh yes, Rachel's saying yes. Brilliant bonus to be able to get all of those papers. Absolutely. So I thought what I would do today is show you a combination of a couple of my, hey Linda, wink wink, couple of my favorite celebration items. So we are going to use, I know last week you guys really enjoyed the designer series paper, the quick cards. So I've got a little bit of a take on that. This time I'm using Flower and Field designer series paper. So this one has some really, this is a bit bolder, brighter, a little more in your face. I mean, check it out. Gorgeous colors. The back side has this fun, it is Poppy Parade color there. Then we've got some of this really pretty, I love those flowers. That really does look like a field of wildflowers. We've got some bumblebee polka dots on the back side. We have daisies, if you love the daisies, and then the vines. And then we've got, I hope I don't think I've missed any, but these delicate blue flowers in here, and then tulips on the back side, and just jade. And we've got this fun, lots of like Flirty Flamingo Poppy Parade flowers on there with some fun like candy stripes on the back. And I think the last one to show you is the Just Jade flowers, and then the black with the Just Jade polka dots. Yes, love this paper, Flower and Field. And so this is a free item with a $50 purchase. And that's cumulative. So if you spend $100, you can get 2 items. If you spend $150, you get 3 items, and so on. So it's really cool because all of these papers, stamp sets, these are so much fun. All right, so Flower and Field Designer Series paper is what we're using today. And then we are going to use this Punch Party stamp set. I love this one because it coordinates with our postage punch. There's a brand new double oval punch in the mini catalog. It coordinates with our heart punches. So love that we can mix and match with things that we might already have in our stash. So I'm going to go ahead, flip the camera here. Check your comment. Oh, thank you, Kathy, for noticing my shirt. Let me show you. I wore this on purpose. So this t-shirt, I thought, well, it's a Randy tee from LuLaRoe or something. But do you guys see? Well, that's upside down. It's got flamingos on there and strawberries. And it has some like cacti, some succulents there. So I wore this because the new mini catalog has flamingos and it has strawberries and it's got a whole set of succulents and some cacti in there. So I thought this was a fun shirt that kind of summarized the whole mini catalog. You guys know how I love to coordinate. All right, let me flip this around. All right, you can see I have a brand new host code here for January. So if you're not doing your own party and you'd like to use my code, it's FR7X2HZ4. That helps associate your order with me as your demonstrator. And if you're not sure about the whole online ordering, you can call or text me here at the number below here on my screen, and I would be happy to chat with you and help place that order for you. Okay, so let's get started. I can actually show you the inside of the brochure now. So are these cute? So there's paper blooms, which I used last week. Cute little darling donkeys. Approaching perfection. Oh so ombre. corner bouquet, Heal Your Heart, the flower and field. This is what we're using today. Fun samples here. So those items are all free with a 50. There are 2 items in here that you do need a $100 purchase to qualify for. That is the A Touch of Ink stamp set and the Berry bundle here. It includes this Berry Blessing stamp set and the Berry Delightful Designer Series paper. Okay, and then the host set that I was talking about is here on the last page. It's called Punch Party, and it is automatically added to an order or party of $300 or more. Yes, so some great items here. We are starting out nice and bright. I'm really gonna match my shirt here. I've got some Granny Apple Green cardstock. All right, my punches are heavy. They're moving my table all around. All right, so we're starting out with a Granny Apple Green card base, 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to go ahead and fold that there at the 4.25 mark. All right, quick and easy. We have a layer of basic black. This is 4 by 5.25. We're gonna go ahead and glue that down. And you might notice I have been making so many cards, I have actually just about run out of adhesive. I found a snail refill left in my stash. So until my order of Stampin' Seal refills arrives here in a couple of days, I'm going to use up what I've got. So, so if you wonder what that funny adhesive was, yep, that's an oldie but goodie. Okay, next we need a layer of Whisper White. This is 3 3/4 by 5. And because this is going to be our background, we want a little bit of texture here. So I've pulled out my Subtles embossing folder. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's just kind of got a textured grain to it. So I'm going to move these things around so I can bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. This is the full-size machine because this is one of the larger 6-inch folders here. Will not fit through the mini. But with this, we are going to line this up. I love that our folders have this straight line across the front. And so that helps you can just visually line your paper up right there on that line. And then you know that it's straight so that your embossed lines are all going to run in the right direction. So I'm just going to crank it through. For the cut and emboss machine, you need your base, which is number 1. This is a dynamic folder, so that's one of the textured, the thick ones. So that goes in here, and then this is plate number 4. All right, and we're gonna crank these through. I'm gonna move this just so I can. All right, not plate 4, it's too thick. Just your regular plate, clear plate, or green plate, whatever color your plate is. All right. Okay, so we've got this here. Can you guys see that? It does add some cool texture to it. And we're going to adhere this to the card base. So we're building our base, working from the bottom up on this. Okay. It's fun. All right, I'm gonna read through a couple of your comments here while I try to straighten everything back out. Okay. Hey, Diana. Hello. And oh, Karen says she loves the Heal Your Heart stamp set. It is beautiful. Let's see. Yep, Luann's been using a lot of liquid glue. She likes that. Must be the green Tombow the best. Oh, Rachel loves this combination. Granny Apple Green and Basic Black. Yes, and Karen loves the Subtles embossing folder. I know, it's very subtle. So sometimes with these I kind of resist a little bit, but I do like having just a little bit of texture on there, especially if you've got a lot of in this case, a lot of white space. So Carolyn's asking, yes, this is the Subtles embossing folder. And hey, Honeybee from Florida. I hope it's nice and warm down there. I've been dreaming of warm weather. Would love that. We don't see much of that here in New York in the winter. All right, so I have cut this gorgeous pattern of the Flower and Fields Designer Series paper. It's 2 inches. Okay, so that's the depth here is 2 inches, which is perfect for the postage punch. So there we go, mine's a little tight. Just gonna come in here, and the fun thing is whatever cards you make with this, you're always gonna end up with a little bit different because you're grabbing different portions of these patterns, which is really cool. So we just need 2 of those and some dimensionals. Like I said, this is going to be quick and easy. So let's put a couple of dimensionals on the back of these. Okay. And then we are going to glue them in opposite corners. So you might want to rotate and decide which portions you want. So I think I want to see this bit. So I'm going to put this down here. It's about 1/2 inch in from the right and the bottom. And then I'm going to do the opposite upper left corner here, about 1/2 inch in from the top and the left. Okay, so we're starting to see a little bit of our framework. Now the next thing we're going to do is grab some Whisper White. So I just have a piece of scrap here. And because the Punch Party stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set, I need a little cushion under here. So I'm just using up scraps of what I've got. We are going to use the postage stamp. And I'm going to use, I love this sentiment, sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. So that could be any day. I love that. So I've got these. We are going to stamp our postage in Granny Apple Green to match our card base. So we'll just put this down here. Okay, lovely. And then we'll stamp our greeting in our Memento Black. And I am stamping that while it's on here because it's just, sometimes it's a little bit easier to stamp on a larger piece. So we're going to stamp our sentiment right there inside the frame. Lovely. Okay, and now that we've got that, I should have pulled out some blends. Well, you could do that later, but if you want, you can color the little bits of the flowers here. Let me see what I can grab real quick. Quickly grab my box of blends here. So for portability, I've got them in one of those little shoe boxes there. And yes, I've got some Flirty Flamingo, and let's see about some green. All right. Granny Apple Green. Yes, that's the one I want. All right, so Flirty Flamingo and Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to do my leaves. Just highlight them with my Granny Apple Green blends. And then I'm going to do the flowers in my Flirty Flamingo. Now these images are so small that I'm just going with the lightest colors. Yeah, I'm not actually gonna go in there with 2 colors because it's just so tiny. And then we'll take it and line it up in our postage punch here. And you will have a little bit of a white border, just like an old-fashioned postage stamp. Okay. And then we'll add our dimensionals to the back of this. I love 2 full-size dimensionals gives it just a little extra stability. And now we're coming here on the corners and placing this right in the center. All right, but we do need a little bit of bling. We don't have bling in Flirty Flamingo, but we do have these Magenta Madness enamel dots, which I think work pretty well. So I'm gonna just kind of add a little pizzazz here around my card. There we go. Following rule of thirds there. And there you have it, a quick and simple, fun card featuring the Flower and Field Designer Series paper and our Punch Party stamp set with the postage punch. Isn't that cute? So that's actually, it's a swap that I made. I participated in a couple of swaps with the mail being so delayed here these past few weeks. I have not received my swaps back yet. They are on their way. So perhaps Friday or even next week, I will have some fun swaps to show you. All right. So yeah. Oh, good. Carolyn gave me a thumbs up. Oh, Paula says, yes, cue the confetti because it's celebration time. I love it. Love it. Yes. Yes. And thank you, Carolyn, for the thumbs up. Yes, I really appreciate all of your comments. Your thumbs up. If you could share this video with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you'll get notification when I go live. So appreciate that. We are just 5 subscribers away from the 1,700 mark. So we're getting closer and closer. Really appreciate that. All right. Oh, sneak peek. I don't usually show you what it looks like ahead of time. The sneak peek of the second card here, which features the same Flowering Fields Designer Series paper. It's a different pattern. We're using the Just Jade pattern. So we have Just Jade cardstock, again, 5.5 by 8.5. Hey, Gabby, good to see you here. Welcome. Thank you so much. All right, so our other card here was vertical. So this time we're doing horizontal or landscape. With this one, we are not going to glue our basic black layer down yet. So it follows the same layout, essentially. You need your card base, a layer of basic black that is 4 by 5.25. And then your third layer, in this case, we use the embossed Whisper White as our background. On this one, we're using Flowering Fields. So it's 3 3/4 by 5. So same elements for both cards. This one, we just glued it right on. On this one, I'm gonna tell you hold off because we are using some ribbon and I like to tuck my ribbon on the back and fold the ends behind, and that way you hide it so that when you tape it on your card, nothing is sticking out. Yes, oh, Alicia, I'm glad you appreciate my flamingo, the flamingos on my shirt. Oh, you can see them a little better on my sleeve. It's actually standing up, and there's some cacti. I know, this is such a fun print. I love that. Okay, so we're gonna set our card base aside. We're going to adhere these 2 layers together, and then we'll pick out our ribbon. Okay, so for the ribbon, I usually just leave it right on the spool. I usually measure it just a little bit longer than the width of my card. Grab my ribbon snips here. Okay, so if you were to measure this, this is 5 1/4, so you need about 6 inches of ribbon. Okay, then we're going to apply our adhesive to the back. You do want to get fairly close to the edges where your ribbon is going to go. So I'm going to put this right across. Well, we'll aim for the middle and see where it ends up. Okay, so that way you take your ends right to the back and just put a little more adhesive over them. Oh, she says you giggled when you said no warm weather in New York. Oh my goodness. Alicia, where are you from? -17 where you were this morning. Oh my goodness. Yep. Okay. I won't complain anymore. Oh goodness. Yes. At least it's not that cold. It's about 30, maybe 34 here. It's just damp, which makes it a little worse. Which is funny that complain about that. It's damp outside, but inside, because we've had the heaters running, oh, it's so dry. Like my eyes are dry. You know? All right, so we've got our ribbon across there. Now we want to pull in our punches and our stamps. So we're going to create a little background. I thought we'd do a double layer because I'm using both heart punches, just the regular heart and the scalloped heart. So we're gonna stamp and punch our scalloped heart first on the Just Jade. So we're using the detail. Isn't that cute? A little dainty little detail and that heart frame. So we're gonna stamp that on Just Jade with our basic black. So this is the Tuxedo Black Memento ink I'm using here. And I'm actually gonna apply it right to my stamp so I can make sure I've got it all good and covered. All right. Yeah, again, I'm using up scraps. So, and I've got my foam mat here underneath because we're using photopolymer. I want some extra cushion there. All right, looks good. Oh, and Dora says, yes, she loves the back sides of the designer series paper too. Yes, the back side of this one is that pretty polka dot. Let me see, I've got an extra piece here. Yes, that's the back side of that. I do love both patterns. But you guys know I love the bold, bright colors, so it's totally up my alley. All right, so then you stick this in here and you do the best you can to get the little stamped design in the scallops. Okay, so I got that one. And then we'll use a scrap of Whisper White. And on here, I'm actually gonna stamp my greeting on here first and then punch it out with the heart punch there. Okay, so this says, you make my heart happy. Aw. All right, so I'm gonna just go right here on my scrap. Voila. Okay, put the cover on my ink pad. And now we can come in here with our punch and yes, so we can move it around until we've got it right in the center, right where we're happy with it. Okay. All right, and nothing wasted because we just used scraps. Anyways, Dora says, David will love the card. I'm sure you will. All right, so we'll use this regular tape runner here on the back of the Whisper White heart. It fits perfectly in that little pretty scalloped design there. And then we'll use dimensionals. I'm gonna go ahead and use 3 on here. So one on, we made a little face, one on each lobe, and it's like the little nose down here. But the reason I like to do that is then when you place it on your card, then your dimensionals hug both sides of your ribbon. So if you are like it perfectly straight, you can go ahead and place it on like that. My mom would be proud. I'm going to angle it just a little bit. Just tilt it a little there, and then we'll come in with our ribbon and we'll do just a little knot here. And it's why I do have to turn this because I'm right-handed and that's the way I lead with my ribbon. So I always start with my right. There we go. I'm pretty good with ribbons, but it's funny that I have to tie them from a particular direction. Okay, so I've got the ribbon here. We can maneuver that depending on where we want it. Sometimes ribbon kind of has a mind of its own. All right, there you go. And I have just a little bit of a smudge here but that's okay. I had planned to add a little embellishment anyways. So I want a cute little flower to mimic these little flirty flamingo flowers here. So I'm pulling in, this is the brand new strawberry punch. You may have seen David use this in our From the Heart Friday video a couple weeks ago. So this is the strawberry and the leaf and then the stem and the cute little blossom. So we're going to use this little flower. Just gonna flip that over. And again, scraps of flirty flamingo. I'm gonna slide that in here and just pop. All right, just that little piece of scrap. Okay, perfect. We'll add another little dimensional. Maybe we'll trim off an edge here. We don't need a whole dimensional for the little flower here. Okay. And then we can use that to kind of disguise that little smudge and be like, you know what, we did it on purpose. Oh, thank you guys so much. Oh, yes, I'm so glad I love punches. I love my die cuts, but punches definitely so quick and easy. All right, so we need a center for our flower, and I am pulling in these new matte black dots. Who would have ever thought we needed black embellishments? I don't use black a lot. This is what I have left of my package, 3. So definitely ordering more of those too. But these little black dots, just pry that off, makes the perfect little flower center. And then you can just kind of pinch it with your fingers here because we want to curl the edges of our leaves just a little bit. There we go. All right. And yes, there you have it. So we have, oh, thank you both, Diane and Diana. Hello, Philomena. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. Yes, I love quick and easy, but that looks like it took a while. You guys know what I mean? Like I have a hard time sometimes with super simple because I like elements. I love my designer series paper. I use a lot of papers and embellishments, but I love designs that they really don't take too long, but yet I think they look pretty fabulous. So, hey Judy, hello. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy these. This is, again, the Flower and Fields Designer Series paper, the Punch Party Host stamp set. So you'll receive this free with a $300 order or workshop in the US. And if you're thinking, well, not going to spend $300 in one whack, but you might over the course of the couple of months, let me know. I'm happy to create a host code for you so that you can combine your orders over the months of January and February here and get your stamp set. So I'd love to help you out with that. All right. Thank you guys so much. Again, please don't forget to give me that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notifications. And again, come back and see me next Tuesday. Thank you guys so much. Take care. Bye-bye.